Hello everyone, just a quick update on what I've been up to lately. I haven't had a chance to put much paint on plastic this week. I've been busy working up in Scotland, beautiful country, very cold, very wet. I'm used to it. Something I'm going to be getting involved with is a campaign run by a couple of friends at Asgard Games in Middlesbrough. I believe that Stephen Johnson, who was the main guy at Asgard, I think he's actually running the campaign, but it's going to be after the season 2 of our league is finished, which I'm not doing too well in, no surprise there. For those who don't know what Road to Victory is, which is the campaign system we're using, it allows people to start off with small forces, so it's ideal for beginners to get into. Although I think the way that we're going to be doing it is maybe a little bit too quick for someone who is just starting out, because although you start off small, we will need to boost our forces with reinforcements quite quickly. Although then again, it all depends how many games you play. I'm going to be taking my Soviets, Russians. It was the first army I ever had, so I've already got quite a few units for them. The way it works is each force starts off with a junior lieutenant, second lieutenant, whatever, and 2 infantry squads, and then each country has an additional squad or sniper or light howitzer and medium machine gun. It all varies on what country you take. For example, my Russians will have the 3 inexperienced squad, which all Russian armies do. I think the USA get a bazooka team, Germany's get a medium machine gun, British, I think they get a brain carrier. In fact, yeah, they do get a brain carrier. You get partisan snipers and etc. As I say, I'm taking Russians. I'm taking 2 LMG squads, but with only 1 LMG. You can take 2 LMGs, which is the DPs. I'm just taking the 1 and I think 6-man squads, because you can only spend 110 points on each squad. So it's not a great deal of points, but it's enough to get them going. And both those and the commander are regular, and obviously the inexperienced squad is inexperienced, but they've got the green rule, which I quite like, because they become regular when they get shot at, which is a bit strange, but there you go, that's rules for you. They don't always have to make sense, as long as they're fun. So that's the basic force, and then to start off with, you roll twice on a series of tables, which are in a PDF file. I'm sure if you just Google Road to Victory Bolt Action, you'll find the file. I'm not sure if I can have the file below this. I'll give it a try. I'm not the best with technology, as you can see. So my rolls were, my first roll ended up with a light tank. I was hoping for a heavy self-propelled artillery piece, which would mean I'll be able to use my KV2, but alas no. Light tank, so I'm going for a T70. It's got a medium machine gun and a medium anti-tank gun. 8+ arm, I believe. Small as well, so be able to get in nice little hiding places, pop shots here and there. Oh no, me, I'll just charge it straight at the enemy and get blown up, but that's me. And I also rolled for a heavy mortar. Now, a friend of mine, Luke, has both a T70 and a heavy mortar, and I've played against both of those in a couple of games recently. And when that heavy mortar hits, not only does he dance badly, but yeah, it causes some damage. Overall, I think he's probably taken out around 30 infantrymen just by hits. Not even hits the buildings, just hits the squads out in the open. You know, you roll that 6. As I say, I've got a light mortar in my British squad, my British force, which I'm using in the season 2 league, and 9 times out of 10 I hit with it. I'm quite good with that, quite good, accurate. Rolling the 6s, so fingers crossed when I get this heavy mortar, I'll be dealing the damage with that, but you never know, you never know. So yeah, that's the task force, was it called, for Road to Victory. And then at the end of each game, if your, say, squad survives, you roll on a certain table to see if they get promoted, like they can become from regular to veteran, etc. I'm not sure if it works with the inexperienced squad. I would have thought so. I hope so. Likewise, if a squad is destroyed, for example, it isn't automatically killed off, removed from your list, the army list. I think if you roll on the table and you roll a 1, then yes, it's gone. You don't get it back. And in your next battle, you'll have 1 less squad, so to speak. But I think if you roll like 5 or 6 or something, you get an extra squad or something like that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Means we won't be buying some more miniatures, heavy mortar and a T-72, things I don't have. But it boosts out my Russians, which I've already got around about 1500 points for. Nice little force. My inexperienced squad are quite handy, as I'm sure yours are. I know Luke's are. They're quite tough. Just getting them under people, and you know, the amount of attacks you can dish out because of the amount of men in the squad can be quite good. Okay, so that's ball action out of the way. I've been doing a little research into the War of the Spanish Succession. I just bought this today actually, so not a great deal of research. Ramillies, 1706. Although Sir John Churchill defeated the French at the Battle of Blenheim in 1704, 2 years before Ramillies. It was a very bloody victory. I think both sides lost around about 5,000 men each, but there was a lot of prisoners taken on the side of the Ramillies. They captured around about 10,000 French just inside Blenheim itself. So, and the Battle of Ramillies, it turned into a rout at the end. The Allies killed around about, inflicted around about 20,000 casualties in total on the French army, or the Army of the Two Kings as it's sometimes known. And that was the main battle where the French sat up and took notice of Sir John Churchill, even though he'd been a pain in the arse of the French for a few years before that. So yeah, I look forward to reading all about Ramillies, the ins and outs. Like I've said many times, although I'm a historian, I know a fair bit. No one will ever know it all. I'm a student of history as well as, you know, a teacher of it. And in the same vein as the Ramillies book, I got this the other day, Aspern and Wagram, or it should be Aspern Essling and Wagram, and I'm learning about the War of the Fifth Coalition, which was essentially Austria, and with the backing of Great Britain taking on the French, fighting around northern Italy, or indeed right next to Vienna, as Aspern Essling and Wagram are. Essentially the French captured Vienna early on, 1809, and the Austrians tried to get it back. At Aspern Essling, they caught the French mid-crossing a river, I believe, and inflicted Napoleon's first real defeat, although you'll hear a lot of people say he wasn't usually defeated until Waterloo. Certainly not the case. He was also beaten by the Russians a couple of times. And then a few days later, near to Aspern Essling, at the Battle of Wagram, he won. and that essentially won the war of the Fifth Coalition for the French, and actually saw the Austrians become French allies in the campaigns against Russia in 1812. For example, there was an Austrian, I think it was an Austrian corps, there was a Bavarian corps, and all that. I'm not too sure about an Austrian. So that's a little bit of research for that. Units, paint guide, well, not so much paint guides, colour guides for the units involved, and I'll just show you, as I was saying in the last video about men in white coats fighting against men in white coats, blues against blues, reds against reds. Let me find this picture. Perfectly describes what I was talking about. Here we are. The struggle for the church at Ramillies. Now, these guys here, Scottish Grenadiers, fighting for the Dutch, I think. But just over here, Irish immigrants, fighting for the French. And other than the Grenadiers' caps, hats, both sides wore exactly the same uniform, and were fighting against each other right next to a church. Madness, but that's war for you. Okay, and anything else? No, not a great deal. As I say, I haven't put much paint to plastic this week. Bit busy working. I have got a few Marlburians out of the way now. Roughly half a battalion. Still got a bit of work to do on the rest, obviously. Haven't started the Austrians yet. I invested in a spray airbrush today, so watch out for lots of vehicles with nice camo patterns these days. I'm not looking forward to it, but I've seen the results of a friend's work, and they're quite good, quite nice, and also it may be a way of getting through lots of infantrymen at once, but you know, I like to sit there with a paintbrush in hand. It's therapeutic a little bit. Sometimes it can be frustrating, you know, especially if you're colourblind as well, and you end up with red tanks, supposed to be brown, or green horses, like my lovely Bretonians. Yeah, bright green horses. I'm sure it's Bretonia, but don't have green horses. Why not? Okay then, that's enough from me for once. I'll be back soon. I might do a battle record if I can get away with one. I do have a camcorder. I'll try and set it up somehow so I can record onto my computer straight from that. It's a lot easier than fidgeting around with the webcam at the top of this, which I keep forgetting to look at. I'm looking at me on screen. Strange. Never mind. Okay, have a nice day, as we say across the pond, or toodle pip, as I say here. Nice one.